What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year 2025. First video of the year. It's been a few weeks that I took off. Very busy. And it's also right now 14 degrees, but this morning it was -6. So welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. If first time, smash the like button and subscribe. If not, thanks for your continued support. My name is Pancis. I'm gonna hop into this video. We're gonna talk about the 2004 Saab 9.5 Aero that we are driving currently. It is an awesome car. Let's hop into it. So this car currently, as it sits right now, 284,112 miles. We drive this thing about 25,000 miles a year, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. The car's been off the road the last like 2-3 weeks because the water pump failed and it was just leaking a little bit. And I learned about that, and I learned about what's failing. It's not the actual water pump itself, it is the two O-rings that are on this little small pipe that go into the engine block and into the water pump. Over time, the heat expands them and contracts them, and then they flatten out, and then all of a sudden you're driving and coolant starts to seep out, and that's really what's been going on. Because we just changed that water pump 2 years ago, or 60,000 miles ago. So 60,000 miles is kind of like the low point of the lifetime of a. Alright, where did we leave off? My camera died, but earlier I was letting you know that we replaced the water pump and it lasted like 60,000 miles, and I just did it, and we got the water, so we got the new water pump in. I upgraded the O-rings to, I think, from what I can tell, a little bit more durable to heat and expansion and all that stuff, so hopefully this can last more than 60,000 miles, the one we just put in. Regardless of becoming an expert at water pumps on these Saabs, they're really not that hard to do. It just takes some time just to take everything out and put back in. But once you know how to do all that, it's really just a piece of cake, to be honest. All right, guys, this is a very rare scenario here, but we started getting a belt accessory noise. I did the cheap ones thinking it was those because we have like over 100,000 miles on it. Didn't fix it. Then this morning I turned the car on, and I assumed that maybe it was the water pump because I know it was slowly leaking some fluid, and I smelt it, so maybe it was leaking. So I ordered the water pump, and then this morning I turned the car on and power steering fluid was gushing everywhere. So I ordered a new power steering pump. So in a rare occasion, since I'm in here, we went ahead, everything seemed to have broken, knock on wood, thankfully not the air conditioning condenser. But in the meantime, here is the old water pump and the old power steering pump, and here is the new water pump. So I'm going to get this water pump installed. I got it out within an hour, like really quick. Got everything out. Pretty sweet down here. There's the lighting on it. But yeah, I'm gonna fix this thing up, get it back on the road. All right, boys. A couple days later and a drive later. Got the car running nicely. Didn't finish putting it all together yet. I just drove it today, but I have all the covers off. You can see everything's nice and dry. Put it all back together now, including the under tray here, but I'll just wanted to show you underneath. We drove about 60 miles today on the car, and everything is perfectly nice and dry under here. So I'm going to put this tray back together here and have this thing ready to go. Another 300,000 miles. With a new power steering pump. So the car in 2024 was really good to us. I've done things along the way throughout the year, little things. I didn't camera everything because we've done all of the work before. It just seems like I've done, some of it's repeat, like the subframe bushings I replaced. Like these things aren't expensive to do. It's like $60, right, for the subframe bushings, and I just go in there and do it. And then I get the car realigned at Firestone. I have a lifetime warranty on alignment. Like this is the kind of maintenance we've had in 2024. A couple little things here and there, really stupid, like thermostat, $8 part. I'm not filming that. So this is the kind of maintenance that's gone through 2024. And of course, I did the oil pan gasket because the subframe bushings that failed just, you know, caused like a little too much vibration and the oil was leaking from there. Just stupid things. So, I mean, all in all, the car probably cost us let's say $1,000 last year to maintain and stuff. And that includes maybe one stop to the dealer, or that includes maybe $1,200. That includes 2 shop repairs. The first one I paid like $300 for them to do the oil pan gasket because I didn't have time to actually do it myself, and it's really not that big of a deal. I had to change the oil anyways. Here's, you know, $300. It cost me like $250 extra, essentially, to have them do that. So that was done. And then also the other major thing that failed us last year, which was towards the end of the year, not a big deal either. I think it was like $500 and change. The exhaust manifold gasket failed. The studs failed. Everything kind of just aged out. I mean, we have almost 300,000 miles on this car, and it was original to the engine, so it did fail. And they did charge me a few $100 to go in there, remove the whole manifold from the engine. They had 2 studs that broke inside the engine, so they had to get those out. You know, just so all in all with labor, again, $500, not a big deal. So between those two is like $800, and then figure miscellaneous stuff that I did throughout the year, another, you know, $400 on top of that, $1,200, let's say. So $100 a month to keep this old 2004, what is that, 21-year-old Saab now on the road with almost 300,000 miles, and we drive the piss out of it, like always driving it. So I drive it, family members drive it, friends come into town, they drive it. So all in all, this thing is seeing about easy to 20 to 30,000 miles a year. And when I drive it, those are 20 to 30,000 miles of hard driving because I just drive this thing hard. You know, I have that relationship with the car, essentially, if you will, since I fix it, to be able to knock that kind of thing out myself and drive it hard and not be scared to break it. So that's kind of my position on it. So that is where we're at. Car is running really good. It was -6 this morning. I put a cold start here. All right, my phone showed -6. Let's see what we got here on the old Subaru. Oh, that's just 6. All right, not so bad. Yeah, neither was that. Boom. By the time I started the car, it said -1. The car said something else. Either way, it was freaking close to 0 degrees outside. Very cold. So here's a quick startup on that. I mean, this thing runs good. In this cold weather, you would be expecting all sorts of creaks and rattles and cracking, and nothing. Like with all the bushings and the new suspension components we've done, nothing. This thing runs so perfectly. Even now in the super cold weather, it's 19 degrees outside. Heat runs good, butt warmers are good. So this thing is gonna keep going. We're gonna do like another 300,000 miles on the car, and you know, obviously we just high maintenance along the way. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt, sometimes it's expensive, but most of the time it's easy. Parts are easy, and once in a while I just pay the premium to have the shop do it. And if you own one of these cars this old, most of you are probably already enthusiasts. It is becoming an enthusiast car. So I'm sure you're learning to do the work on yourself because all the parts are cheap. So if you can do it yourself, it keeps the car maintenance bill low, like $100 a month, not a big deal. So that's my story on this 21-year-old Saab. I freaking love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this update for it. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.